episode 6 of Watching Deer Antlers Grow. That's right, Watching Deer Antlers Grow. You know, we had a really interesting thing happen this week. If you happen to watch last night's video, the Wednesday night video, or regular Wednesday night video, you notice that we had what we kind of call the Great Escape. It was kind of a mess up on our part. We left the gate not completely latched, and one of the deers got against that gate and opened it up, and one pen that had Bubba and 9 of his ladies, 7 of the 9 of his ladies, he had 9 ladies in there, 7 of the 9 flew the coop. They just took off and went on their own and went on a little adventure. And if you watched last night's video, you'll see what happened on that. And we did get Bubba back last night about 1:30 in the morning. Actually, that would have not been last night. That would have been Tuesday night. Tuesday night, he came back. I got him in there about 1:30, and so he's in the pen all by himself. Nobody's in there with him. He's right here running around behind me. He's kind of wild in there by himself. He's been wild anyway, but he's a little bit more wild in himself. And, of course, he's been out roaming around for 2 days. 2 days running around in the woods. And, fortunately, they didn't get a pack of coyotes or anything attack him. And we have moved the 2 does that stayed. They stayed because they had twins. They stayed in the pen, did not leave. We moved them to the back. Some of the other 2 does that we got back in that came in, we moved them to the back also. So we actually ended up have 5 does that are out, and we've had does come back and get back in the pen because we've left the gate open on the east pen, and there was one in there just a minute ago. And actually, I'm not going to pen any more deer up in there. So there's 5 deer that's out, and they are bred does. They're bred does. They're bred to Bubba. And we're just going to let them have their babies in the wild. And we will see what happens out there. I mean, we'll probably be seeing some really big baby deer running around this time next year when they start growing their first antlers. And hopefully those babies will survive great in the woods and they won't have any problems with coyotes or anything. We'd be a lot better off if we'd had them in here, but it happens. And so we had the gate open. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at Whitey, and we're going to look at Bazooka and see how they've grown this week, and then we'll take a look at Bubba. Bubba's running all around in the pen. I'm standing right beside it here as I'm speaking. So we're going to walk through a wide open gate and go over and see Bazooka. And we're going to be real careful in there because it got up to 101 degrees here in Oklahoma today. 101 degrees. Amazingly hot. And so we don't want the deer running around much. We don't want them running around in this heat. So we are going to go in the other pen. There's quite a few deer in that back pen because we have put the 3 does and their, how many babies do we have? 4 babies. Yeah, we had a triplets and 1 back there in that back pen also. So in with, plus we added another deer in there. So I think we've got, I don't know if I'm figuring right, maybe 4 does and 4 babies and Bazooka and Whitey back in the back pen. So I'm not going to move around a whole lot in there. I'll get in there and let you take a look at their antlers because they've grown quite a bit this week too. They've grown quite a bit. I mean, just really getting on up there big. So anyway, I've gotten a shade here to get out of the sun myself a little bit. We're going to ease back there and be very careful and cautious and not try to make them run. And that little crazy doe's in there that runs against the fence. So we want to be really cautious around her because she's still in there with them. So let's go take a look at Bazooka and Whitey. As you can see, we're going to be walking through a wide open pen right here. There's a turkey in the pen. Turkeys they can get in the pen anytime they want, and they want a lot because they get in here to eat the deer food. They love the deer food. And that turkey's a little spooky there, but not too bad. She can just fly. She can just fly right over the fence, and she probably will. She's getting over there in the corner a little, probably just jump right over that fence. See what she's going to do. She's getting a little nervous. She's not too bad. She's not too bad at all. She has no problem at all just jumping over that fence. And I think there was 5 in here the other day. 5 turkeys in this pen the other day, yeah. She's really a pretty girl. Look at her glistening in that sun. Not hardly anything prettier than a wild turkey except a baby deer. She's thinking about jumping over that fence, but nah, she just says, I don't know. I'm not too worried. A little bit nervous. She might be going to come over here by me and just walk out the gate. She's walking right up to me almost. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? And so she wasn't too worried. She just needed to get her a little taxiing room there. Awfully pretty, awfully pretty. All right, let's ease on back there to that back gate and go through that gate and take a look at Bazooka. We're going to be very cautious and very slow in this pen back here because we've got quite a few deer in here and it's not really large. You can see Whitey. You can see Whitey and Bazooka laying down there, and they're very impressive. Very impressive. Now remember, we've got 4 babies in here too. We got a triplets and 1 single, and I think we've got 4 fawns in here. But I'm gonna go down here. We got really high grass, so I'm gonna walk down here and let you take a look, and you can look at what Whitey and Bazooka are becoming. They're becoming very impressive. I don't know how many points they're going to have. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 7 or 8 on the top of each one of those. And they've got more growing to do. They're growing really impressively. They're laying down there. There's babies laying out here also. I see a baby walking down there. We'll let you look at some of these babies because they are just so special and so precious. But there's Whitey and Bazooka. They're just laying there enjoying themselves. But you can see how much they're growing and just absolutely getting really huge and enjoying themselves. You see a little baby deer back there in the corner. There's little fawns back there. They're doing just fine. There's 4 of them in here. I can see that's 3 of them right there. They may all 4 be right there. I don't know. I do see 3 of them there, and probably the 4th one's right there. I think I see the 4th one maybe over to the left of that doe. I think I may see a 4th deer to the left of that doe right there where she's got her nose down. There might be a little baby there. But anyway, I see 3 there. The other one's probably might be laying down or might be walking around there. I think I can see him a little bit. There's that kind of wild little doe right there. But one of them's got triplets. The big giant doe, that's her over there on that corner. She's got triplets. Oh, she is a big girl. She is a big girl. Looks like she's still got babies, but she doesn't. She's having to produce a lot of milk for those triplets, but she's sure able to do it. And Bazooka and Whitey are just, and you look at them there. I mean, and that's actually Whitey that's got that on his left side. I mean, he's actually going to be, a larger deer, I believe. I think that's him. I don't know. It's going to be a larger deer, looks like, than the other one. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening up there on the top of that deer. He's going to be very large. And both of them are going to have tremendous racks on them. I think that Whitey is the one with the tag in his left ear. And I'm just not positive. I can't remember. Might have to go back and look at some old videos to be able to figure that out for sure. But he's just going to be a very impressive deer. I mean, super impressive. You can see the little babies down there. And look over in this pen. Now, we've got more deer over there also because we got babies down the bottom of that one. We've got 13 babies total now. And amazingly, we have 9 does and only 4 bucks. That's right, only 4 bucks. 2 of the bucks in that pen back there, 2 of the little bucks in this pen here. And you can see the little guys running there. They're so precious when they run. You can see them back there messing around. And Mama's staying right there close by. And we've got these deer all pretty calm right now. They don't mind me being in here. I'm kind of standing right here in the middle. A couple of them are getting a little nervous, but we're trying to be very cautious and quiet with them. I've seen 3 babies. The other baby is probably laying somewhere. They get in this grass and lay down. They're very difficult to see. Very difficult to see. I see 3 of the babies there. Don't see the 4th one. I'll look around a little bit before I leave and just make sure it's okay and something hasn't happened to it. But we've got only four does in here and 4 babies, and of course Whitey and Bazooka, the 2 big bucks. So we're not pressing these deer at all, making sure that they're very calm and collected. I don't know where that other baby is. That's probably the triplets right there. And the triplets, and I don't know where the other little baby is. I don't see it. It may be laying up here somewhere. I haven't really looked around in the pen at all. I don't know if it's down there in that corner or not. I can't really see anything in that corner. But anyway, that is looking at, that's looking at Whitey and Bazooka, and they are very, very, very impressive. And I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can find these babies without stirring these deer up too much. So I'm gonna quietly go over here and look. So, and then we will look at Bazooka, who has been out. So got out Sunday night and got back, put back in here Wednesday night. Last night about, I guess about 1:30 in the morning, I came down and he was in, and I want to shut the gate on him. So he's in here. He's over in his pen all by himself, and he's just as wild as ever. I never saw him when he was out. Apache saw him one time. I never saw him. There's our fourth baby. There's our fourth baby. There's the triplets. There's the triplets right there. And there's the fourth baby. You can see how fast they're growing. They've changed a lot. They've changed a lot since last week. They've got a lot larger just since last week. So they grow very rapidly. They grow rapidly and they get very, very fast in a hurry. And you can see how pretty they are. Gorgeous little babies. And those are Cyclops babies. Those are Cyclops babies right there. 4 pretty little rascals, all doing just great. And I'm gonna ease out of this pen without stirring up too much trouble. You can see that we've got some split brow tines there on those big bucks also. So that's pretty spectacular looking at those two from about any angle you wanna look at them at. And again, I'm not gonna move around too much in here because I'm trying to be very, very, very quiet and not really get the deer too excited. They're pretty calm. It's cooled down quite a little bit, and while I've been here, it's actually got cooler. But those are impressive, and the baby fawns are doing great. Now, that's kind of unusual there because he doesn't like to stand in one spot very long. He's been standing in that spot there watching for a while. He is one big pretty boy. That one side coming out there is just absolutely astonishing. I don't know how you're going to score that buck, but he's going to have to score really, really big. There's no doubt about that. He is adding quite a bit every week. Not very wide at all, and that one side that was messed up last year is going to be messed up again this year, but not completely. That will be, as we're looking at him, his left side. As he's looking at us, that's his right side. The side does not have the drop. Had it not been messed up, both sides would be about the same, but you can see that side has still an awful lot on it. I mean, an awful lot. And he is a big, big boy. No doubt about that. He is just so absolutely gorgeous. Let's run down there in the sunlight a little bit. What an incredibly beautiful, huge 300-pound deer, fat and healthy, just absolutely gorgeous. He's getting all the South Fresh food he wants, and he had 2 days out in the wild to eat clover and stuff, but he is a beauty. He is absolutely an incredibly beautiful deer. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Muscle, muscle, muscle on muscle. Look there behind that one post, you can't even hardly see him. That crazy? You know, a little trick. Put your thumb, close one eye and put your thumb up. You can cover the moon up with your thumb. Try it. Try it. It works. All right. We're now in the pen with Bubba. He is the only deer in here. He had 2 days out running around. He's been running quite a bit this evening. We don't want him running at all in this heat. But he's just nervous in here by himself. He doesn't have his ladies in here with him. And I'm going to just let you have some good looks at him. And go over there. I thought he was going to get him a drink. He just stopped and had him a drink here a minute ago. We'll kind of walk out here in the middle of the pen a little bit and let you take a look at him and get about as close a look as we can at him. And without spooking him too much and making him run. You can see how impressive he really is. I don't know if he's gonna come back this way or not. I'd like it just a little bit closer. You can see just how impressive he is. I don't really know how big he'll be. One side, obviously this side on this side over here is a lot more impressive than the other side. He's going over, he said, I remember that gate was open. I remember that gate was open. Look at there. He's trying to open it. He's probably the guy that let everybody out. He probably let everybody out. See, he's going over, he's trying to open that gate. Look at the way he jumps. Isn't he beautiful? He's a 300-pound animal. I can't hardly keep up with him, but you can see what he looks like. He's just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to leave him alone and not mess with him too much this evening. I just wanted you to take a look at him. I got it zoomed in all the way to 6 right there, not worrying too much about the light, just trying to follow that deer as much as I can. He definitely wants back out, but he's a lot safer in here. We'll give him a bunch of girls in here this fall that he can have to romance with. But you can just look and see how utterly beautiful and how large that deer is. See that big tine sticking out this side? It's just amazing. I got some other video of him up relatively close from outside of the pen. I'm not trying to get any closer to him here because I just don't want him being all that nervous and running in this heat. He doesn't need to be running in this heat, even though he is, because he just doesn't like me in here with him when he doesn't have any girls in here. See him go over there. He remembers where he got out. He's trying to open that gate. He is trying to open that gate. He's going to stop there at the mule, but you can see him there. Absolutely a beautiful, big, giant buck. Just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, Bubba, I'm going to leave you alone, buddy. I'm going to get out of here. I'm not even going to go back and look at the babies. I was going to go look at some babies, but I don't want him running out here in this heat. I want him to settle down and lay down, get him a drink of water, and lay down and take care of himself in this heat. He is just so gorgeous. Just so gorgeous. All right, buddy. All right. Stay in there where it's cool. You stay in there where it's cool. Okay, guys and girls, and that will do it for this week's episode of Watching Deer Antlers Grow. I think it's episode number 6, and June 17th. It's just, I'm telling you, it's amazing what Whitey is doing. It's amazing what Bazooka's doing, and really amazing what Bubba's doing. It's just incredible. And Bubba has been out a couple of days, and he really wants back out of that pen. I mean, he really wants back out of there. He'll settle down, I believe, but he's running a lot, moving a lot. He keeps going over there. He knew that gate was open. He keeps going over there and trying to get out that gate. But he ran around for a couple of days out in the woods, and he was safe, and nothing got him, and that's really good. But we need him back in there where he can breed some does this fall, and he's going to have some babies. Like I said, those 9 does that were in there, hopefully all 9 of them are bred. A couple of them have already had twins, so he's already got some offspring, and probably going to have quite a few more. We're just going to leave those 5 out. Let them have their babies in the wild. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. And remember, I sure do love you.